What's up, Luka Nation? So, repeat guest, not going to spend a whole lot of time doing an introduction, but this is somebody who's very young and who has an incredibly bright future. I've met him a few times. I met him at Bleecker Trading, at trade nights. He's an even better person, when you meet him in this tangible world, as we call it, versus meeting him in the metaverse. So, we're very, very excited to have you back on. And guys, today, OverTime is releasing a set of cards with tops, right, for their OverTime elite athletes. And it's super cool. It's super revolutionary. Not going to lie, the designs are pretty sick as well. So I want to get into the show, and I want you guys to check it out because their second release is tonight. And I don't know if it sells out. I don't know if it doesn't, but I know Luka Nation's going to want to get their hands on some of these. So you'll have to check it out. I'm going to do a screen share. We're going to post the link in our bio where you could buy and support. Without further ado, Sam, want to welcome you back to the show, man. It's so good to have you.
Thanks for having me, guys. Yeah, I know last time I kind of alluded that we were working on something big in the car world, and now it's kind of starting to come to fruition. So I'm happy to be back on.
So tell us, like for the one person out there who doesn't know what OverTime Elite is, what is this high school basketball league that you guys started?
For sure. So I think it might help to like kind of backpedal a little bit and say like what kind of inspired us to do this.
Please.
And I think it was a few things. The first thing is we've worked with top athletes for 5 years at this point, like pretty closely. And one thing that we really noticed from talking to the parents and talking to their coaches and the players is that the standard route where you go from high school to college to the NBA, like it works for some people, but it doesn't work for everyone, right? And like right now or before OverTime Elite, that was really the standard route and the only real option to the NBA. So that was the first thing we saw. Okay, this like typical route doesn't really work for everyone. The other epiphany we had was in 2018 we did an event called the Takeover, 2019, and where basically we had a lot of the top high school basketball players in the country come to New York City. We built out like a custom basketball court in a warehouse in Brooklyn. We brought all these top players, and basically in one day, we did 150 million views worth of content in one day. So what that told us is, okay, there's also an audience for this type of stuff, right? And I think the third thing is just like, it's really important to us to like empower athletes. And we just feel like, you're looking at all these tennis players and golfers that are making money, and soccer players in Europe. They're making money when they're 14 years old, and you're telling me the top basketball players in the U.S. can't start making money till they're till they're a rookie in the NBA. Like that doesn't really make sense. And we thought, look, if anyone can help build something and to really empower the athletes, and make them pros earlier, then it's us, and we have the audience, and we have the passion, and we know the people to get it done. So that was the other piece. Like we think it's the right thing to do also. So what the league is basically right now we have 24 of the top players in the world between 16 and 18 years old. We have international guys. We have a bunch of 5-star prospects from the U.S. 24 players. There's going to be 3 teams. They're going to play each other. They're also going to be able to play other. They're going to be able to play prep schools. But yeah, so right now the league has 3 teams, but there's going to be internal games, external games. The league is based in Atlanta. We're building out an insane facility. Like walking onto the court, walking onto the show court is going to be like walking onto like Space Jam or like a movie set. Like we started as a content company, so we're going to make sure every game looks absolutely insane. So yeah, they're professional athletes. They're also going to be getting like literally the top education that you could possibly get. So a lot of them are leaving high schools to join our league. They cannot play high school basketball anymore. But they're going to get an insanely good education at OverTime Elite. We hired some of the best educators in the world. We got the ex principal of the year from Washington D.C. So they're gonna get their education. They're gonna get better education than they would have otherwise. And
Did you get Joe Clark? Did you get Joe Clark to bring us back? Because that would be the principal. If I could start a school up, I would get Joe Clark. And when he brings us back,
Joe Clark, who's that? Who's Joe Clark? Oh, that.
Joe Clark. Get the
Clark?
chains off the doors. Joe Clark. East Side High. You ever see that movie?
No.
Oh my God, I feel so old. It's Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman.
It's a movie from 1943. It's just a classic. Cage watches it on repeat.
It's not 43. I mean, it definitely probably came out before you were born, man. But when I think of Principal, I think of Joe Clark, East Side High. True story.
It's crazy, guys. Like, to me, this is just a testament of how quickly technology moves. OverTime started as a media company, and now they're launching a high school, but it's a professional league. It's a professional basketball league.
Yeah, they're becoming professional basketball players. Jalen Lewis, who's the number 2 ranked prospect in his class, who's in an overtime league, he became the youngest American pro basketball player ever, and he at 16 years old by joining our league.
Do you think that there's going to be how do you think so let's say this was 2003, you guys already had this league up and running, but you're going to meet like St. Vincent's, right? And where did LeBron go to high school? Can anyone give me a life?
Yeah.
St. Vincent, St. Mary.
St. Vincent, St. Mary's. The
St. Vincent, St. Mary. Yep. Would you guys play them? And how's that going to look? You're playing St. Vincent's. These kids don't get paid. You have overtime elite. These kids do get paid. Is there friction there? Do you think that there's going to be some issues, or do you think that's actually going to be a good thing?
So whether or not they're allowed to play is actually on a kind of a prep school by prep school basis. It's really dependent on what their league they're in, and the league that they're in, their rules, or if they're in a league. So it really depends. Like I'd say, I don't Vincent St. Mary's situation was in 2003, so it's hard to say whether or not they would be able to play. But they are going to be able to teams with high school age athletes. I'm not sure how the other athletes are going to feel about paying or getting paid, but I think that I mean, I'm sure that everyone's going to be fired up to play each other. And I think it's going to be good competition. We're going to get good games, but I'm sure that I'm sure that there's going to be a lot of people that want to play the overtime elite team just because it's a lot of the best players in the world, right? So if you're a top basketball player, you want to play the best players in the world. That's how you test yourself. So I imagine that people would want to play if they're allowed.
So guys, without getting too far into it, and Sam, you'd be able to talk about overtime in the league and all that fun stuff. I don't want to miss, and I don't want Luka Nation to miss the importance of this, because it's something we wouldn't be able to be talking about if not for the changes in the landscape of who can be paid, regarding college eligibility and whatnot, and how now with the new rulings, college athletes are able to make, money on themselves and advertise in the whole 9 yards. So here's what it did. This is going to be the first Topps basketball card in a very long time. I mean, this brings Topps back into basketball cards. Let's take a second to let that sink in, right? Panini's been doing basketball cards for a long time, right? Topps has not had a overtime. The overtime set is going to be Topps' first basketball set in a long time. That's pretty awesome.
Yep.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah,
and because of the model you set up, that they're able to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was one of the big reasons why that was definitely a big reason why we ended up partnering with Topps on this. A lot of the most classic basketball cards are Topps cards, right? Like LeBron's rookie, Kobe's rookie. Topps is important in the basketball brand, and for us to be able to be the company they partner with to bring back Topps basketball, for me as a card junkie, is insane. And I'm hoping that, obviously we're rolling out Topps right now, but there's more products coming in the pipeline.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's Topps Chrome, Topps Inception. They're going to be in. It is, and it's going to be all 24 of them, and they're going to be in Target. They're going to be in Walmart. They're going to be in hobby stores. So LeBron has a Chrome rookie. Kobe has a Chrome rookie. Jalen Lewis is going to get a Topps Chrome rookie. I mean, that's LaMelo Ball doesn't have that. Zion doesn't have that. But the overtime athletes, the 24 guys that you have, they're going to have that. That's pretty amazing, Sam.
Yeah, I mean, I can't confirm or deny the exact products, but
it's on the Topps website.
Is it really?
Yep, I'll read it to you if you want.
Okay.
Yep.
But yeah, no, we're super excited to do this with Topps, and the other thing I wanted to point out, I don't know if you saw, but on the Topps Now cards, we did put the rookie logo. So I was kind of curious how people were going to react to that. I haven't really discussed it with anyone too much in depth yet, but for us, we feel like it's a rookie card.
That's awesome.
I'm kind of curious. Did you guys notice that, or did you have any
Yeah, see, it's in the top right
when you saw that?
and then the top right of the card. It's pretty awesome. I mean, it's pretty cool because it's got the rookie indicator, and that has become the indicator of what a rookie card is now. I mean, we've had this conversation a couple times. I usually say it's, from a major release, a major company with a license, usually, though, with the first professional jersey they have on. But what's funny about that is you can say that the Overtime Elite is a professional. It's a professional league. These guys are professionals now. So this
Absolutely.
is a professional jerseys. I mean, technically speaking, it checks all of the boxes that, people would have for a quote unquote rookie card. And I love it. I think it's amazing. And just so guys, so I can put a fine point on it. It does say on Topps website, Overtime Elite players are going to have Topps Chrome and Topps Inception in box sets that drop December. They feature all 24 inaugural players plus a bonus card. That's amazing. That's really cool stuff. I mean, who knows? One of these guys could be the next big thing, and you're grabbing his rookie card here.
Exactly, and that's one of the cool things I really love about what we're doing. Like, once pack products comes out, every card you're getting is from this player's rookie year. So it's like you don't like every single card could potentially be a big card down the line, and I don't know how many other sets. How many other products can say that like every card that you pull in the pack is worth sleeving up and keeping just in case. And like I said, like these guys are all the top players in the world. They're all we believe all of them are potentially NBA players and NBA stars. So like, yeah, I mean, I'm definitely excited about it just because like when you rip open a pack, every card could be something that's valuable down the line, and your next favorite NBA player. But so, I just wanted to kind of explain the way we're doing it on Topps now, if that's okay, quickly.
Please.
Yeah. So we have, like I mentioned, we have 24 players in our league. So we're doing 6 drops of 4 players each. So drop 2 just happened today. Drop 1 ended today. So if you wanted Jalen Lewis's first card, like. I don't know. You might need to get in the secondary market or something like that because those are unfortunately no longer available. But our second drop was today, and then it's going to be once a week for the next 4 weeks after this. So 1 card of every player, kind of leading up to the start of the league. So these are the guys' first cards ever. So if you believe in Overtime Elite and you believe in these guys, which I obviously do, then. And you're a card collector, I hope it's an interesting product for you.
Are you Overtime employees? Are they buying these as well?
Yeah. Everyone wants their own. Like, I mean, I still just think it's amazing, like that we got to work on a Topps basketball card. So, like, I'm buying them. Like, I need them. Like, I'm proud of what we've done, and I also believe in the players. But like it's just cool to see Topps and Overtime on the same card. Like I grew up collecting Topps cards and Bowman cards. Like, so to see the company that we worked to build up like on a card with players wearing our name on their jersey is like still surreal for me.
Who are the coaches going to be? I'm looking at some coaches cards too, right? Because these might be future NBA coaches. Who are coaching these teams?
Yeah, so like the overall coach of the program is Kevin Ollie, who's big time NBA vet. He coached UConn to a national championship in college, and I'll tell you, like, I played with Coach Ollie in Miami, and like I played on the court with him. Just like being around him and hearing what he has to say, I was like so fired up, and I just felt like I played so much better. Like. He just brings so much energy at every second, and you just know that he like knows basketball to a degree that you're never going to be able to understand. And he just like brings the best out of you. And like I never thought I'd get to play with him, but I did get to play with him. I'm telling you, like I just like felt better with him as the point guard on the team, like telling me where to go, do this, do that, and really coaching you up. So like, yeah, I mean, he's going to bring the best out of everyone, and he's kind of the head coach, and obviously has done amazing things in the past.
So this is different because like, when people buy NBA Prism, you get to open the pack and you get to see who's in it. Here you're buying the player, right? It's $9.99 right on the Overtime website. Guys, we're going to link it. But if you go shop.overtime.tv/collections, for example, or shop.overtime.tv, you could find it right there. But you priced it at specifically $9.99 and it's an individual card. Why did you go that route? Like, how did you guys get to that number? How did you guys decide on that?
Yeah, so this is actually typical Topps Now structure. So like this is the same thing that Topps does with MLB, where if someone hits like a game-winning grand slam or something, they'll drop that card. So this is actually right in line with typical Topps Now structure. But really, we just wanted to put out some cards at the same time that we announced the partnership. And by the way, Topps is the first partner we've announced with OverTime Elite, which is pretty cool. But yeah, we wanted to put out some product at the same time that we announced the partnership to just kind of get people excited and whet their appetite. And I think that we just wanted to show people, yeah, okay, this is only the beginning. There's going to be some obviously more premium products down the line, but that was kind of the thinking.
Love it. I think it's really cool. I mean, it's something different. Yeah. Topps Now is pretty cool. I mean, I gave as a play Mason Greenwood, same thing. He had a Topps card and had a rookie on it. With Topps Now was his first card. Yeah. So I mean, it's really cool stuff. And to see basketball, and then to see like the card design you have on your website. Like, hey, buy merch, and you click through, and you get the video version where you pulled it from. It's really cool how the crossover to what you're doing. So I love it, man. I mean, I think this is really cool stuff. It's cool to see a Topps basketball card, and the world is changing here. Half of me is like, wow, how are these kids able to even enter into contracts? They're not even 18 years old. Like they're not even adults, and they're making money. But this is, I mean, it's fair, right? I mean, these guys, they're obviously there's a market for them, right? These athletes, so why not allow them to get something for it? So
absolutely.
I think this is cool.
And Cage, one more thing that I forgot to mention that's like one of the most important things that, like I said, player empowerment and economic empowerment is like very important to us. The players see a percentage of every licensing deal we do.
Amazing. I mean, that's exactly the point. Good job. I mean, that's what that should be said. I mean, that's pretty awesome because a lot of times you can't, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I mean, with the way rules were in the past, a player really couldn't monetize on his ability or likeness. But with this, well, first of all, a lot of these, it's like a dream come true for a lot of these guys to have a Topps card, right? A lot of these young athletes to have a Topps card, like that's amazing. But then, also like they see a percentage of every single licensing deal we do, and that's part of, OT is a partnership with the players in that way. So that's like super cool also.
I love it. So guys, we're going to link where you guys can buy, but what's cool about this is if you spend $100 or more, 10 cards, you also get, what is this? A free OverTime hat comes with the purchase if you spend $100 or more. So like I'm looking at this Malik Bowman card, guys doing a behind the back dunk. So I mean, the photography you guys use for some of these cards is super cool too. So just go check it out. I mean, I can't endorse OverTime more. Like I know some of the people that work at that organization, and they're stand-up guys. They're really trying to do right, and they love basketball. They love sport. They want to see it grow. So I think let's show OverTime some love. Luka Nation community, if you're in the market and you want to kind of gamble and have some fun on some high school professional athletes never seen before, we'll link this up and take a look. I think it'll be worth it.
Yeah, and actually, one more thing that I wanted to add about that now that you mention it, like there's a lot of products out today that are not really affordable for some people, and I think that we kind of came in at a starting price point with Topps Now that is pretty affordable, like $10 a card, $30 for 4 cards, like that feels like most people can, if they're sports card collectors, they're basketball collectors, that they could probably afford that. So that's just another thing that contributed to the decision to start with Topps Now.
You know what I'm imagining will happen here? So, I mean, releases, there will be a little buzz, and then it'll die down for a bit. But then it will be December time. It'll be January, and one of these OverTime Elites will be on national TV. They'll posterize someone. It'll be on the ESPN Top 10 plays. And people are like, oh, I want Malik Bowman. Can I buy his rookie card? Where do I go? They're going to go on eBay, and what are they going to see? The only card he has available is the Topps Now. He doesn't have a Malik Bowman NFT. He doesn't have a Malik Bowman Panini card. So it seems new, but you're going to see these guys play on ESPN, right? You're going to see them on ESPN's top plays. These guys are good.
Well, so distribution wise, we're actually, a lot of the way that OverTime became a big company is because we saw that the way that the younger generation of fans was consuming sports was different than in the past, right? Because in the past, everyone you sat down and you watched the game live on TV. But what we saw was that is not the way that current young people watch games. So we actually distribute everything right now on social channels, right? So on YouTube, on Snapchat, on Instagram, on TikTok. And at least in the beginning, that's how we're going to build out Overtime Elite as well. It's not going to be on national TV. And instead, what you're going to see is, like, imagine the game happens, and then an hour after the game, we release a super tight cut of it. Maybe it's like 30 minutes on YouTube with like announcers, but we're not going to do announcing the same way it's typically done. We're trying to change that up as well, but like a super tight cut that you can watch in 20 or 30 minutes instead of having to sit through the whole game, right? So like that's the type of thing we're going to do, especially at the beginning. But in terms of like the hype dying down, like I think there's a chance that the hype goes up, because once the games start, like you're saying, like the games are starting late October, November, like that's when people are really going to start to get to know the players if they don't already. Like you're saying, there's going to be some sick plays. There's going to be some great players really like emerging out of the league. So hopefully, even though there's not any card sets coming out in October, November, that the player growing their brand and getting more exposure actually helps the anticipation for the pack products.
Was that a strategic move, like Cage, right? Like, let's say Cage wanted to watch some of these high school athletes. I mean, he's not on Snapchat, have you? I mean, I'm sure you guys have thought about this. Like, how have you thought about it? Maybe educate me. Are you alienating some of the 35 and older crowd from getting a chance to watch these games, or you think that they've adapted digital technology so well that 35, 40, 45-year-olds will also watch these games?
Definitely, people these days have social. I think YouTube is very accessible to anyone, and it's very easy to find. Like, if you search Overtime Elite on Google and the games pop up, like I think that's very easy to find. So I don't think we're alienating anyone, because it's going to be very easy to watch, and it's going to be free to watch, right? Like there's actually no barriers to entry. All you need is a phone or a computer. Whereas to watch something on cable, wherever you need a TV, you need a subscription. Like with us, if you have a smartphone, you could just go online and watch it all for free. So I really think there's like no barriers to watching this stuff. So no, I don't think we're alienating anyone with the distribution kind of strategy.
I love it. All right, so
I wish we talked to you a day earlier, because I think this Jalen Lewis is going to be good. How's Malik Bowman? He's good too? Yeah, they're all good? All 24 of them are good?
All these guys potential to do great things in the NBA. Like seriously.
So they do it the right way, guys. So just so
guys.
For our gamblers out there, right? Just so that because Sam knows the stuff, but as far as the cards go, you ready for this? If you buy them, they're randomly putting foil numbered inserts in. They're all 1-of-1s of these. You just don't know if you're going to get it. So you buy it, you buy one, you buy a couple, you may get the random one of one, or out of 5, or out of 25, or out of 49, or out of 10. They got foil numbered parallels. Also, if you want to, because it's the same, Sam was talking about the pricing. If you haven't done Tops now, might be a cool way to jump in, because as Sam's talking about these, it's Tops, it's basketball, and it's going to be, every one of these guys has a chance to be the next big thing. That's what OTE is doing here. These are all the next big guys, right? So you can buy in volume, and if you buy at least 20 of them, which I mean, with the Mason Greenwood, I bought over 100, but you buy 20, they're down to $4 a card. It's $79.99 for a lot of 20 of them. So if you want to prospect on one of these guys, if you happen to be an OTE watcher, you want to talk about a play. No, not financial advice. Sam's not telling you to go out and spend your whole allowance on these cards, but $4. And you buy a lot of 20 of each one of these guys, and one of them turns into something. Boom, just like Andrew said. Those, the video comes out, Snapchat comes out, and you see this guy, Malik Bowman, going behind his back and doing a reverse windmill or whatever it is. Everyone going on eBay, and the only place they can buy is the card you bought. You might want to have 20 of them. So it's pretty cool stuff, man.
Any final words, Sam? One more thing before I know.
Absolutely, and also think about it.
Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, a little 2 seconds delay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Okay, yeah. The other look at the All NBA first team this year, right? Like Giannis, Doncic, Jokic. These guys never went. These guys were they didn't go to college. They were pros when they were young. So. But I think that's just another like trend to look at and say like people are taking different routes to the league right now.
Love it. We wanted to keep this short for a reason, guys. We're gonna link this. Please support. Please check it out. One last thing. I mean, this just hit me. 24 guys, right? So you're not getting a pack of 300. So a few of these guys do really well. You see their highlights. There, you have a much higher rate of success picking 1 out of 24, 3 out of 24, 4 out of 24, as opposed to 1 out of a set of 300. So. Overtime Tops, guys, check it out. We're going to link it. Support. Sam, we really appreciate having you back on.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on, guys. I'm sure I'm going to see you soon, whether it's the city or at a card show or something. But yeah, I really appreciate you having me on. And I think I actually sent you guys a little pack something. So
Nice.
Hopefully you get it soon.
Hey, tell your dad hello. Hopefully you guys find the cool vintage card, wherever you guys are
I
shopping
will.
next. Joe Jackson or whatever it is. It's good seeing you.